Early in the morning, in the morning, in the morning.
What can I say about this, guys? What can I say about this? This is a real interesting bit of drama in this culture that we talk about, you know? This black culture, this urban culture, this rap culture, music industry culture, whatever it is that this is, or this space, that space. This is a real bit of drama, man. This is a real bit of drama. Spearheaded by a big bad bouncer himself, who seems to have the whole industry on lock right now. Of all the people you don't want to piss off, Bouncer should be top of that list. He should be top of that list, brethren. I can't lie. Because my man admitted in one of his videos, like, you know, he does like 10 videos a day. It was like one of his videos time ago, but like yesterday, you know, the ones there. He said that he hires private investigators to like source information on you to like keep that in the vault. You know what I'm saying? So that if it gets techie, he can, you know what I'm saying, internet ready. You know, them ones there. And it just so happens he's waging war against the Shadeborough, Zeze Millz, this other girl, is it Lin May? I don't actually know who she is, too tough still, I can't even lie. But all I've seen from her recently is these rubbed out opinions that don't make any sense. But I've got no personal beef with any of these people still. And it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. So I'm going to talk about it. You know, it's been a while because I speak about this content. You know, I've been on YouTube since 2019. I was one of the first people to do this. I don't have the motion in this space like a Bouncer, like a Tanks, other people, but there's no denying I was one of the first people to start talking about things and putting my face to it. When I joined YouTube, Fezify and Ape Huncho were the only people that I think started before me in terms of talking about these things. I think there might have been a 1 podcast, maybe a 2 podcast, but in terms of putting your face to things, I was early in it. But as of recently, over the last few years, I've kind of, like Ape Hunter, actually, he doesn't really talk about cultural things no more. He talks about more like crazy stories, catching nonces. I've kind of elevated and gone into a different space to expose bigger, more pressing matters, you know what I'm saying? Rather than this kind of ecosystem, the culture that we talk about. But every now and then I'll dip my toe back in, man. Every now and then I'll dip my toe and see what's going on. And this is one of those examples. So if you don't know, Bouncer's waging this war against the industry. And when I mean industry, I mean people like I don't really know the industry, you know what's mad here is that because I'm so not in this industry, because I'm so independent, I don't really know what the industry is. You know, I've never been invited to nothing. You feel me? So I think he's just been waging war against like GRMs of the world, for like gatekeeping, the posties of the world, Zeze Millz is like all these people that are kind of in this kind of space, in this sphere, who he feels are gatekeeping and not letting underground people come through and not shining light on things, and ultimately are just biased, you know, like towards Gets, for example, or in favor of Gets, even though Gets literally took a man's life for his idiocy. Yeah, and they're defending him, or like Zeze Millz coming up with the most bogus opinion I've ever heard her say, talking about, oh, it's like, you don't even care about the family, people, you think the family want to hear about your conspiracies. What are you talking about? A man literally lost his life for your friend's actions. You feel me? It's crazy some of the opinions I've seen on this Get situation. But so yeah, Bouncers, he's cussing everyone out. He's exposing the Shadeborough, allegedly run by these people called Will and Helena, I think, something like that. My man's talking about they live in Kent somewhere and they have a poodoo. Yo, I know Bouncer, yeah, I swear down, yeah, Bouncer's one of the most unintentionally funny people I've ever watched, bro. The way he gets words wrong, and he admits it, like, he knows it's funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got dyslexia or whatever. But like, nonchalant. Bro, man says nonchalant.
You can't go head to head with someone that's disconnected, Aki.
Internet
man
ready.
Is nonchalant. Man's nonchalant. Man's nonchalant, bro. You get me?
Nonchalant, poodoo.
You can't doubt me. Helena, Will, Gillingham. You walk your dog in the pot, Aki. You got a little poodoo. Come on, man. You doubt me. You got a little poodoo, Aki.
He's got to be taking the piss, bro. He's taking the fucking Michael, mate, about poodoo. I remember he said one time, it was months and months ago, he said paedophility. Yo, he's actually so funny. But let me actually talk about this Shadeborough situation. So I use Shadeborough for my news. They're one of these many blog pages that I may I don't really pre them anymore, to be fair. I actually haven't looked at them in months, but for years I'll look at the Shadeborough, see what they're going on, see what's going on, and get my news from them. They might have a clip that I didn't see before, etc., etc. So that's what I always used the Shadeborough for, all these other blog pages, to keep me up to date. Not even on my main account, on one burner account that I've got, because I don't even want to see that blog stuff on my main feed. The main criticism people have always had against like the Shadeboroughs of the world is that they're always posting negativity. Yeah. Now, I'm not here to defend like the Shadeborough per se, but let's be real here. First things first, they're called the Shadeborough. They're not called Positivity Borough, a positivity town. What does shade mean? You're dishing out shade, sly this and, you know, negative there. Like the shade room, it's always gossip, you know what I'm saying? And gossip doesn't get very far in the algorithm when it's positive. Yeah, and you're to blame for that. I'm to blame for that. Why do you think negativity sells? Because you find it entertaining. So let's look in the mirror, yeah, and hold ourselves accountable for the reason some of these blog pages are as popular as they are. Fact. Yeah, if we were on the let's spread positivity and the youngest genius here, or a black person created this, or this person got an award, if we were all hot on that, then the Shadeboroughs of the world, they would be extinct and it would be positivity town. You get me? And that's it. And that Instagram will be blowing up. So we kind of need to look in the mirror and hold ourselves accountable. It's called supply and demand. There is a demand for this type of news, for this type of gossip, for this type of entertainment, and the Shadeborough filled that demand. You understand? That's the reality of the situation on that one. What I don't like is that they're very messy, and they have torn a lot of people down. It could be fake news, it could be true news, but they seem to love to post stuff that will tear people down. Now, I've never been on the Shadeborough, and I don't intend to be. I really hope I don't ever end up on the Shadeborough. I've got no reason to be on there. And as much as I've been in this culture space for damn near, 7 years at this point now, 6 years, I like to keep one foot out, you know what I'm saying? Because it missed me with all that. But they do tear a lot of people down. And as Bouncer has said in many videos, he was suicidal when this whole little man situation went down and tear, and he felt that these people were reveling in his downfall and turned their back on him. And that's Bouncer's perspective. That's his experience. So no wonder he's got a lot of hostility towards them. He's hell-bent on exposing them because he feels that they've done him wrong. And if he feels that way, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to tell him any different? And I hear him. You see it all the time. There's no like balance or impartiality. Is that a word? I don't know. Yeah, there's no balance. You feel me? There's always some sort of bias to the negative. And then Bouncers accusing them of pushing narratives, for example, and using Zeze as one of their poster girls for pushing certain narratives and etc, etc. He's now got like beef with Zeze Millz, and I'll be honest, I can't even remember where the beef with Zeze even came from, to be honest, because bro, I'll be honest, I watch 95% of Bouncer's content. Bouncer is a master at marketing, bro. He's a master at stretching a video that could be 5 minutes long into 75 minutes, bro. And I'll still be sitting there, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be thinking, bro, where are we gonna get to the Sutton? But at the end of the day, he knows what he's doing. Because some videos he'll be like really breaking certain things down, and other videos I've seen man break down cardboard boxes better. You know what I'm saying? but I'll still be watching all the time. I'll still be glued to Bouncer's content just because it's always current. He's got a schedule and he's stuck to it. 5, 6, 7 videos a day. His video the other day exposing the Shadeborough was actually hyped. It got to like number 5 hyped video. It got like 100k views in a day. It went viral. And he was building up to that. You know what I'm saying? He was giving them 48 hours and then 24 hours. Like, bro, that's madness. Boy, it's crazy. But from watching all the videos, I think he felt maybe a bit betrayed by Zeze, or maybe he just disagreed with Zeze's opinions on the whole Get situation, which I wholeheartedly disagree with. She was chatting complete wass. I've seen a lot of opinions from Zeze that I've never agreed with. That was one of the worst ones I've seen. Like, I don't, but obviously Bouncer claims the industry. I don't know these people, you know what I'm saying? Like, while Bouncer's been in the industry before, I've never been in the industry 1%. You feel me? Not 1 percentile have I ever been invited to these things. Do I know anyone in these spaces? And as I said, I like it like that. But I think it's largely and I think he just disagreed with the whole Zeze opinion and this other girl. And then like obviously Bouncer's getting a little bit personal, saying you bang coke, you're a gearhead. I don't know what kind of packet you're on. Boy, I mean, Bouncer ain't really holding back still. He ain't really holding back, man. He ain't really holding back. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, yeah. I don't give a shit if Zeze Millz is a cokehead, man. I don't really care, to be honest, because first things first, who am I to judge? It was only 2 years ago I was in flipping rehab, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was in rehab, you know what I'm saying, for drugs and not cocaine, but drugs and alcohol. What can I say? I've lived a mad life, you get it? So I don't really judge her for that. Obviously, I'm sober now. I'm like 45 days, I think, sober. And I don't want to touch a drop of anything again. By God's grace, that will continue. But they all do it. Like, I know certain people that know certain people. I may not know, because I'm not in the industry, but I'm well connected in it, to be fair. So I do know people that know people, and I hear things, and I might, I don't see things, I'm not there, but I hear things. So I know she ain't the only one, bro. She ain't the only one. I can tell you, I know someone who I was very close with, not anymore. That person told me very clearly when they were on a private jet with a presenter, a well-known presenter, she was banging coke, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people in the industry, they love coke. They love that drug, bro. I don't know why. They just love doing drugs, fam. They got all this money. They enjoy it. What can I say? I've heard this person does this. I've heard that person does this. Bro, if you knew what I hear about even people way beyond this culture, I'm talking A-listers, that I know people that I've seen, you know, this famous person's son who's married, this famous footballer's son who's married, goes and walks around a certain city and sleeps with boys, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's well known in this Hollywood industry. And then another celebrity that, you know, the son of this well-known, incredibly famous singer does this. Obviously, I might be a chatty patty when it comes to certain YouTube things, but I'm not gonna start talking the madness. But I know things, bro. I know things about certain things, like bigger than this UK something, bro. I'm talking about madness. Like, if I sold them to the papers, I might even get racks for them, but I would never do that. But it's like, they're all into this stuff. But anyway, let me actually talk about this whole industry stuff and not my problem. So what Bouncer's doing here is actually really good. What I mean is not necessarily the Shadeborough exposes or the Zeze Millz exposes. I mean, like, the message he's pushing, you know, about giving kind of opportunities to other people, power to the people, because this is something that I can get behind. But anything that shines light on just how dodgy like these industries actually are, I'm all for it. I don't know anything too much about the music industry in this country and whatnot, but as I said, I expose like real things. I expose the nonce ring that is the BBC, you know what I'm saying? I expose occult practices in sports, like proper big things. So anytime I see like someone kind of on this journey of exposing something that's too like rigid or too biased, or all these gatekeepers and all these things, like people who aren't real, yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah, bro, I would have blown on YouTube years ago if I was fake. It's a reality of the situation. I got shadow banned for years for being far too raw. And the reality is, as I said, I was one of the first to do this. So I essentially walked so the rest of these content creators could run. I've seen so many content creators. There's a new one every single day now that touches on this like space. And I had to learn the hard way. I had to get it. I was too raw. I was too honest, transparent, and I still am. But there's ways of going about it now. You have to play the algorithm, play the system. I didn't give a shit about the system. I would get every video demonetized. YouTube didn't like me. Now, you know, it's a bit better. The algorithm's in my favor a lot more. But it's difficult. Sometimes videos bang, sometimes they don't. You never know. But I'm going off on a tangent. This whole video was just a bit of a stream of consciousness, you know what I'm saying? I haven't written anything down. There ain't no notes here. I just wanted to talk a whole heap of nonsense at the camera because I ain't done a video in a few days. So I thought, what better video to do than talk about this Bouncer situation? But you know what, I'm gonna wrap it up here. At the end of the day, yeah, big up Bouncer and his quest to get his get back on the industry. He clearly felt that they turned their back on him, they shunned him, they put him to a dark place, and he's got a vendetta against him. And anyone that goes against him, boy, good luck to you lot. You feel me? Good luck. You know what I'm saying? He's beefing. Who's that the new YouTuber now? Clue. What we doing here? Yeah, it's over, buddy. Clue. He's a new one now as well in this space. He had a whole beef with Clue. Now, it's so funny because what we doing here, as in, me and my friends have been saying that for like 20 years. But he's literally made it his brand. And now it's annoying because anytime I say what we doing here, people might think I'm fucking catting my man, when that's a common phrase. But it's over, buddy. I like that one still. I might start using that. Shout out Clue. Oh no, what's the other one he says? All sorts of quids. You know, I've been locked into a couple of his videos recently, literally of late, like last few videos I locked in. All types of quids, something like that, all sorts of quids. My man's funny still the way he talks. Yeah, man. Anyway, I lost my train of thought still, but I just wanted to give my critique on what's going on in this industry, all this beef stuff. Yeah, man, big up yourselves, man. Shout out yourselves, because yeah, probably after this, unless there's some more gossipy news in this culture, I'm probably gonna steer clear of it again and go back to my new type of content, which is real, exposing like really proper deep dives, really breaking some shit down, you feel me? Mad things that the people need to know about, real life problems. Anyway, stay safe, stay blessed, stay vigilant, especially you lot that are beefing Bouncer, fam. Peace.